A commander-in-doubt Trump and the U.S. military. Donald Trump's relationship with the U.S. military has been fraught with controversy. His pronouncements and actions regarding the armed forces have often sparked outrage and disbelief. From disparaging comments about war heroes to a seemingly transactional view of military service, Trump's attitude towards those in uniform has been a recurring point of contention throughout his time in the public eye. This video will delve into key incidents that illustrate Trump's troubled relationship with the military. Dodging the downpour, the canceled cemetery visit. In 2018, Trump canceled a scheduled visit to the Ain Marne American Cemetery in France during the centennial of World War I, officially citing bad weather. However, 4 sources claim he was primarily concerned about his hair getting disheveled in the rain. Trump allegedly said, "Why should I go to that cemetery? It's filled with losers." The cemetery houses over 1,800 U.S. Marines killed during the Battle of Belleau Wood. Trump reportedly called the Marines who died at Belleau Wood suckers for getting killed. Belleau Wood is considered a turning point in World War I and a significant moment in Marine Corps history. These reports, though denied by Trump, cast a dark shadow over his attitude towards military sacrifice. The optics of the canceled visit, coupled with the alleged remarks, were damning. It fueled the perception of Trump as someone who lacked respect for those who had made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. The incident became emblematic of a wider pattern of behavior that suggested a deep disconnect between Trump and the values of military service. Trump's views on wounded soldiers are among the most controversial aspects of his relationship with the U.S. military. Several reports suggest that Trump expressed discomfort with the idea of being seen with wounded veterans and soldiers, especially those with visible injuries. During planning for a military parade in 2018, Trump allegedly requested that wounded veterans, particularly amputees, not be included, saying nobody wants to see that. This comment reflects his apparent discomfort with the visible consequences of war and a desire to avoid associations with those injured in service. Moreover, in 2019, Trump reportedly instructed General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, to prevent a severely wounded Army captain who had been injured in combat from appearing in public after the captain had sung "God Bless America" at an event. Trump allegedly said, "I don't want him here," further indicating his reluctance to be seen alongside those who bear the physical marks of their military service. These comments suggest that Trump views wounded soldiers as detracting from his public image, a stance that has drawn widespread condemnation from veterans groups and military families. His actions imply a lack of empathy for those who have made significant sacrifices for their country, contributing to his strained relationship with many within the military community. While visiting the grave of Marine Robert Kelly, son of John F. Kelly, Trump's former chief of staff, at Arlington National Cemetery, Trump allegedly turned to Kelly and said, "I don't get it. What was in it for them?" This remark indicated a deep misunderstanding or disregard for the concept of selfless service. Robert Kelly was killed in action in Afghanistan in 2010. According to multiple sources, Trump seems unable to understand why individuals would choose to serve in the military, especially when there is no personal gain involved. His worldview is largely transactional, meaning he values actions based on the direct benefits they provide to him or others. Trump reportedly referred to soldiers who served in Vietnam as losers for not finding ways to avoid the draft. His own avoidance of military service during the Vietnam War, due to a medical deferment for bone spurs, has been a point of contention throughout his public life. In a 1990s radio interview, Trump compared his dating life to his own Vietnam, referring to the risks of sexually transmitted diseases as comparable to wartime dangers. In August 2024, Trump visited Arlington National Cemetery to honor the 13 U.S. service members who were killed in the Kabul airport attack 3 years earlier during the Afghanistan withdrawal. During the visit, Trump's campaign allegedly violated federal laws prohibiting political activities in military cemeteries. An Arlington National Cemetery employee enforcing these rules was reportedly pushed aside by Trump's campaign team. The incident prompted a rare public rebuke from the U.S. Army. Though no charges were pressed, the altercation drew criticism from veterans groups and families of the fallen soldiers. The Trump campaign disputed the details, but video footage posted online showed Trump's visit framed with criticism of the Biden administration's handling of Afghanistan, sparking accusations of politicizing the sacred grounds. "I like heroes who don't get captured," the McCain disparagement. Perhaps no other incident encapsulates Trump's contentious relationship with the military more than his repeated attacks on Senator John McCain. McCain, a Vietnam War veteran and prisoner of war, was a frequent target of Trump's ire. In 2015, Trump infamously remarked, "He's not a war hero. He's a war hero because he was captured. I like people who weren't captured." Trump's comments were widely condemned as disrespectful and ignorant of the sacrifices made by prisoners of war. In addition to his verbal disparagement of John McCain, Donald Trump also physically mocked McCain's war injuries. During private meetings, Trump reportedly imitated McCain's inability to lift his arms due to the torture he endured as a prisoner of war in Vietnam. McCain's injuries, which left him unable to raise his arms above his head, were a lasting reminder of his service and the physical toll of his captivity. Trump was said to have mimicked McCain by pretending to flail his arms, mocking McCain's limited mobility. There are also reports that Trump mocked McCain's well-known thumbs-down gesture during a Senate vote in 2017, which blocked the repeal of the Affordable Care Act. Trump exaggerated McCain's motions, reenacting the vote by using a mocking tone and mimicking the thumbs-down move in a disrespectful manner. These actions further illustrated Trump's disregard for McCain's sacrifices and his continued pattern of mocking those who have served and suffered for their country. His attacks continued even after McCain's death in 2018, refusing to order flags to be flown at half-mast and making dismissive remarks about the late senator's funeral. His behavior drew widespread condemnation from veterans, military families, and political figures, who viewed Trump's mocking as a profound insult to McCain's legacy and to the dignity of those who have been wounded in service to their country. The sustained and vicious nature of Trump's attacks on McCain solidified the view of him as someone who held military service in low regard. Section 6. Eroding Faith, the lasting impact on military relations. Donald Trump's comments and actions have had a profound impact on his relationship with the U.S. military. His disparaging remarks about war heroes, his transactional view of military service, and his disregard for the advice of military leaders have all contributed to a climate of distrust and disillusionment. The damage to civil-military relations during the Trump era has been significant. Repairing this fractured relationship and restoring faith in the commander-in-chief will be a crucial task for future administrations. The legacy of Trump's presidency will forever be intertwined with his controversial and often disrespectful stance toward the very people sworn to protect and defend the nation. Please subscribe to the Intellectualist's new YouTube channel, where we present insightful videos analyzing the current events shaping the world. Turn on notifications to receive the latest updates from the channel.